I was originally going to use this video as sort of like the small clip dump or like a commentary video, sort of giving my opinions on the summer update. However, I believe that I've found a better topic for the video, which is mental health. A lot of you sort of brush over the idea of mental health and how important it is to sort of take care of yourself, and I'm sort of one to talk since I barely care for my own mental health. Though, in all honesty, we as people are more caring than you'd really think. We're selfless, we put others' needs before our own, even if we know that our own mental health, it's more important. It's the empathy that we have for others, it's, though we do need to sort of care about ourselves from time to time. So, as usual, this video goes through some pretty serious and touchy subjects. If any of those things on screen right now make you uncomfortable, check out the video in the card here. I think you'd like. This video isn't as long as I'd hoped, though it's still something. So if you're here, didn't click off the video, greatly appreciate you for sticking by, thank you. This past few weeks have been exceptionally stressful on me, and I've been sort of pushing out content to sort of keep on track, though, I've managed moderately well. I noticed that, my mental health is sort of slipping up a few times, and I've found it sort of difficult, but I've also found many different ways to sort of help myself in the long run, though I guess I should sort of explain, what made me feel this way in the first place. A few weeks ago, maybe it was like 2 weeks ago, I had this friend of mine who actually means quite a lot to me. They may not feel it, but they mean a lot to me. They've done so much for the TF2 community and my community. They've so much respect, There was something, though, that they were hiding from me, and I hadn't really bothered to further investigate on, or even pick up on. I wish that I had actually realized how much they were actually suffering, because I definitely would have done something sooner. I'm literally getting choked up just thinking about it, like, I can't. Something came up in their life that sort of caused them to wish harm upon themselves. I'm not really gonna get into this or state exactly what it was, as I'm not sure if they want it public, and I sort of wish to respect their privacy. Knowing this, I tried everything to contact them, from calling them to spam messaging them to just trying to make sure that they were okay in any way possible, whether it be like, I think Twitter. I know Discord was the primary one. Like, I literally called them at least 30-40 times. The night that it happened, I literally could barely sleep, and I got like 2 hours of sleep total. I genuinely was afraid that I'd lost a friend, Until they got back, I literally waited for them. My parents, they were literally so worried. They were just worried. And, I mean, rightfully so, they're my parents. So, I mean, I was going through a situation, that was damaging my own mental health. When my friend came back, they told me that they got stitches, because of the hurt that they had caused to themselves. Thankfully, they didn't need to be placed in another hospital, if you know what I mean. I'm not gonna say it because big Susan reasons. Knowing that, they're back in better care was sort of reassuring for me. I was happy that they were finally here. Though, on the other hand, there were still other people in my life that weren't so happy, constantly downing themselves online. And this sort of hurt me so much that I started to feel those same sort of emotions, realizing that I genuinely feel like my efforts on YouTube aren't, good enough for anyone. No one sticks around anymore because everybody's attention spans are just so short they'd rather watch like YouTube shorts, which in my opinion I don't even classify as actual like YouTube content. Though there are some positives to this story. There are genuine positives, and I know a lot of you were like thinking that I was gonna say, oh, I'm quitting. No, I'm gonna keep going. While I still feel like I'm not doing enough for the TF2 community because of my low sub count and low view count, I'm at least putting in the effort and the dedicated passion to create long-form videos like this. You know, I still have a decently sized community, and you know, sometimes that's honestly all I need. You know, if you guys were ever wondering where I've been alongside all of these mental health struggles, you know, I've been working on the development of my TF2AU projects, which we're actually getting somewhere now. My Friday Night Funkin' mod, we're working on the EX update. We're working on a 1.5 update where it's just, you know, like a couple of covers for you guys, which I think you guys will really love. And I've also been working on my podcast so that I can make sure that it's, you know, perfect for you guys. I obviously wouldn't want something that isn't perfect for you guys, so so yeah, I think I'm just sort of gonna cut it here, you know. It's for me, Vanilla Shark, and I guess I'm addicted to stress.